What's up, Want a Coffee fam? We're back with your favorite hosts, Christian and Tabby. Sit back and enjoy the ride.
Oh my gosh, hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm so much better now that I get to chat to you. How are you?
Oh my God, it's so good. I guess, you know, it's so much better too, now that I gotta be with you.
Happy days, Mama. Happy days.
Happy day indeed. So check in. How have you been?
Well, I've been pretty good. 25 has been such a roller coaster. I can't remember if I mentioned in our last podcast, but I'm 25 now, so I feel like I might be on the wrong side of 25, but that's okay. I did have a very special moment where my sister, who I haven't seen for 2.5 years, rocked up to my birthday party and surprised me. And that was really special. And I got to spend about 24 hours with her. And oh my gosh, my soul was so peaceful and happy and thankful, and everything just seemed right in the world when I got to spend time with her. So that's been a really beautiful thing. I'm cherishing that at the moment. You know, this weather in Sydney, Australia is so gloomy. It's been stormy and crazy for like the last week and a half at least. So, and it's going to be like this for at least another week. So, you know, making the most of every day and in all the different ways I possibly can. How are you going?
Ding ding, so good. Wait, random quick question. Does your sister live close to you?
No, she lives in another state in Australia.
Oh, so like in another state being like around on the other side of the country or like?
Yeah, up north. So I'm in New South Wales.
Yes.
And then she's in Queensland, which is on top of New South Wales, but it's like an 18-hour drive to her or something, or maybe like 11 or 12 hours. I don't know, somewhere between 12 and 18 hours to her in a drive.
Oh yeah, no, ding ding. Oh my gosh. Well, that's awesome. Oh, I love that. Is she your only sibling?
No, so she's a half sibling, and then I have a half brother, and then I have a full brother, like same parent brother. But they're all like my sisters and brothers.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah. So it's very cool, very cool. And in the same like time that I've gone without seeing her for 2.5 years, she's had 2 kids. So I haven't met my nieces yet. It's so crazy.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Congratulations. Oh my gosh. That is amazing.
Yeah, very special. And they're beautiful girls. So
Congrats.
yeah.
It's good. Team happy times, team happy moments. I love that.
Happy moments. Yeah.
No. I mean, ding ding, checking in. I'm feeling gravy. Literally, I low-key had a kind of a fangirl moment because earlier today, I'm a property manager and I have residents that, you know, sometimes are either photographers or artists in one way or another. And so they'll have models come through. And so today, one of my tenants who's a photographer, brought in one of my favorite drag queens. And I don't want to like reveal anything because it makes who's a little bit. I was like, oh my God, you're wrong way. I was like dying. She's like, thanks. And so then I was like, you're gonna go to this apartment. And so then she gets in the elevator, you know, I'm like, bye girl, bye. And she's like, okay, well, where do I go? I was like, oh yeah, oh my God, you want to come with you? I'll walk you. Oh no, wait, don't act so crazy. You just elevator, read the sign, just like I would tell pizza delivery girl, just because she came with like full beat makeup and no wig, and like everything was contoured, so it's like beautiful, but like, you know, my body. And so when she came in, I was like, oh my God, well, just read the map, girl, please. I got shit to do. But I love her. Oh my God, I'm obsessed. Like low-key, I hope she took that. I mean, she's amazing. Love.
Oh my goodness, how wonderful
moment.
Yay.
Yeah. Honestly, like living in LA, like I in no way am bragging, but living in LA, you kind of forget sometimes when there are like random people, and like I'm from San Francisco, so yeah, I'm a California girl, but like at the end of the day, Los Angeles still is not my home. I love it, and it is my home, but like not where I'm from. So then when I'll see celebrities, sometimes in my head, I do fangirl out because I'm like, oh my God, you're here? What are you doing? You're getting a Starbucks behind me. Ew! You know, I'm a sucker for it. Sorry. Whatever.
No.
He knows if I were to see her at a club, I would be giving her 10 singles in a second.
Yes.
That noted you put 10
Show
singles.
me the money. Oh, so good.
That's kind of it, really. Like, other than that, same old, same old. Other than, oh my gosh, also, like, right now, we are going through kind of crazy times in that, like, literally the last week, the owner of my building, we're like, chilling. My supervisor was low-key let go. And so my other supervisor wasn't there. My assistant, it was Tuesday, he wasn't here. So it was just me and him. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And then, like, in the middle, the owner was like, yeah, so kind of crazy that this war is going on. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And like it just kind of took me out 100 because I was like, so focused and so raptured. I'm like, war? What are you even talking about? Like vendors? And then like I'm like, oh wait, girl, calm macrocosm. Oh my gosh, like legit, there's an actual war brewing.
Yeah. Brewing and fermenting and expelling craziness right now. It is such a disaster. It's devastating.
It really, really is. Like waking up and just going on Twitter, seeing live feeds and just like bombs at night, or just seeing like I apologize, the president of Ukraine or
Mm,
ruler of Ukraine, him coming in and posting on social media on like current statuses and stuff, seeing or hearing about like women crying because men are just being pulled off of buses and stuff. It's just like all of these like weird things. I'm like, wow, I'm getting an instantaneous kind of report, kind of like social media-esque, like, oh man, Twitter follow, TikTok feed, whatever. And then it's like or it's just happening like live. I'm seeing it as it's happening. And it kind of makes me think, oh my gosh, way back when like, the Jews and stuff were being put into concentration camps, when the handicapped peoples were being experimented on, twins were being experimented on, gay people were being experimented on, were all of these like news articles or outlets reporting as much as fervently, were we
yeah.
aware? Because I know that we were criticized for getting involved so late, but like we as I guess American students were taught that, hey, when we came in, it ended. So we focus on like the last 2 weeks of the war, essentially. But
Yeah.
like, it's interesting because right now it's all happening.
It is.
Kind of
It's
crazy.
it's so sad. And I have been very aware of like, because I have a few family members that I have to, I mean, I know I'm aware that it's not like technically my responsibility to look after their mental health, but I do have a responsibility of making sure that they're comfortable and like everything that they're taking in at the moment is calm and not as confronting, because otherwise that affects their mental health to an extreme degree. And something that I've been so concerned about with this war is obviously like my heart is so broken for these people experiencing real life war and being evacuated and losing loved ones and having helicopters shot out of the air. Like it's just unbelievable. And it makes me think of this time I came across this insight on someone's Instagram that said, we weren't created for knowing everything and everybody's business. It was, as humans, we were designed for like a community of about 60 to 100 people roughly, or a couple of hundred people. But in today's age, when you've got your social media accounts, some have more than just one account.
Right.
You've got your friends, you've got your family, you've got your mental health to look after, you've got the pressures of society, you've got war happening, you've got a global pandemic happening. It is so much for people, and it is such a concern that everything can be broad, like just the fact that this is being broadcast on live streams, it's so overwhelming to be exposed to everything in our normal day in life, but then also to this tragic, traumatic, devastating event that's changing the world every day. And so I think it's just so important that like, if people need to take, I guess where I'm getting at is, if people need to step back, take time away from the news and social media, and just like try and ground yourself so that you can be all right and like look after the things that you can control, then that's totally fine to do that. But it's so, like, I'm so devastated to see all these photos of women out the front of their houses, and it's so confronting. It's so, and with social media these days also, you're not sure what you're like, if you're seeing stuff from maybe a few years ago, or maybe you're seeing stuff from now. Like it's so hard to.
This is literally the first war that we as a human race are going to experience with social media. This like feeling of instant gratification in any sort of way. Like when wars have happened in the past, like one or two, when people came back, they were like all these men that had been displaced and put into barracks and had fought other wars in different countries, and then discovered, hey, there's another gay guy. Oh my gosh, there's another gay guy. So when they came back and they were returning to their Minnesota Timbuktus, they're like, oh my gosh, sorry, no offense to anybody in Minnesota or Timbuktu, but when they would come back, like, oh, let's go to San Francisco, and they established the Castro. Let's go to, Los Angeles. They established the WeHo. Let's go to Chicago. They established all these different like little neighborhoods of, of sorts, because that's kind of where we felt like, we met these people back when, there must be more of us back home. And so then like when Vietnam and those types of wars, like the Persian Gulf War and like war, oil and stuff, like when we came back, we had so many parents on drugs and stuff. I'm sorry, back to Vietnam. Then that we had kids turn super conservative. So the 80s, we were like filled with a whole bunch of like monies, and the credit system that didn't even start until 1989. So it's like war, right? Your credit score didn't really start until 89. I'm born 1988. Like, I had 1 year where that didn't matter. But yeah, like there are things like that. It's like war affects us in such weird ways. And like as of late, we knew that, the times with money, and I just want to say Donald Trump, be him as a global figure that she was, actually escalated, in my opinion, a lot of things that kind of made people say, hey, if someone else is being able to stand up on their soapbox, I'm gonna have my turn too. And I feel like low key Russia was blamed for a lot of things in there was an invasion like I feel like in the late 80s, like with the whole Soviet Union ending and stuff. They were blamed for a lot that now they're just trying to reclaim their borders and trying to probably say like this is what what was due. So imagine in the future, especially with like the Ukrainian president and all these like people sharing their experiences live. We've seen people stuck in the trams. We literally getting live footage. Imagine what that is gonna like come out with in the future. Like obviously, who are we to judge? I wish I could tell the future, but like some catastrophic thing is going to change because of this war. Obviously, I guess maybe that's an obvious statement, but like look at the trends and like sociologically, gosh, it's about to go down.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I feel like racially everything is getting hot, so I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I guess I smoke weed, so sometimes I'm paranoid more so than most. So I think that like if my boyfriend will go to sleep early and I'm just sitting there watching some Marvel movie or some DC movie, like last night introducing Jessica Cruz as a Green Lantern, I was like, dang, with this war, like there's gotta be some superheroes, like Raising Dion. Oh my gosh, come on. Like there's like I'm just going ham, and then like a blackout in YouTube and deep dive. It's crazy, Tabby. It's crazy. I'm not at all trying to make light of anything, but I'm also just trying to keep me in the present and to keep us always.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, this it's times like this where we're all looking for that superhero and that hope of redemption and saving almost, and it's an interesting dynamic to start thinking about what is out there to hold on to that's secure, that can get you through stuff like this.
Totally.
Yeah. And like if it's the Green Lantern, it's the Green Lantern.
Right? No, like literally I was just being introduced to like the Latin Jessica Cruz Green Lantern. I was like, oh my God, a superhero speaking Spanish with a cute little pixie cut. I'm about it. God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, like mad love and much, I guess, appreciation to all the people that are actually out there and doing something. And I hope that I can, make a difference some way in the world. But but I also hope that this war doesn't escalate where I need to make a difference or where I am asked to do something more. Because
like we are so grateful for the people on the front lines out there doing all the task force hard stuff. So thank you guys so much. And I think what we'll do is we'll wrap this up and just send well wishes to this whole pandemic war ridden world, today. And we're so grateful that you guys came and listened to us again. We hope you're well, staying groovy, stay classy, and we love you guys. Just love.
See you all later.
See you next time.
That's it for us, folks. If you like what you heard, please like, share, and subscribe at beartiger.productions or #WantACoffeePod. Oh my God, orange is not my new black.